Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Now today's episode is commentary that goes along with episode 712 of The Walking Dead called Say Yes. Now I loved that particular episode. Now that episode has to be one of my favorite episodes so far this season. There are about 3 or 4 that's in my top list, but this definitely goes way up there. And this mostly has to do because it was heavily Richonne focused. But it wasn't just Richonne focused, it was the stuff that was said and that were told in this episode that literally made me just go like, ah! Now, if you're a big fan of Rick and Michonne, there's no way that you could not have loved this episode. It was fantastic. So let me start. I'm actually going to do a scene by scene commentary on what happened. So pretty much it starts off in this really cool montage. So we're seeing Rick and Michonne. Of course, they're going hunting for materials. We know they're going hunting for guns and all, but the time we know they're hunting for stuff they can bring back to the camp, whether it's to give the Negan's people or to give to the garbage can group, the new group. So they can help them in their fight. So in between, this is so cool. In between knocking down doors and pedaling through trash and trying to find stuff to do, they just, they have little sex breaks. So that was so cool. Let's fight some walkers and break down doors and have sex. I mean, seriously, it couldn't get any better than that when you're in the zombie apocalypse. Can you never say that? Apocalypse. So you're in the zombie apocalypse. So this is what you do. So, again, we see more montages of them sitting there by the fan chilling and then breaking more doors and killing more zombies and then having a little sexy time at the same time. Like, yeah, not enough time with the sexy time. Not enough. Okay, that's the only thing I'll give a negative points for Gimbal on. Okay, but other than that, great. So they eventually stumble upon this compound filled with walkers and filled with stuff and all. But in between, well, filled with stuff and filled with walkers. But before they even get to this compound, Michonne is like, okay, we've been scourging. I think we need to get back to the compound, come back to Alexandria. Rick is like, oh, heck no, let's just keep on going. Let's just keep on going. It is obvious that Rick is enjoying just having that intimate time with Michonne. I mean, seriously, I can't really think of any time when it was just them two out together, scourging, doing what they do, being awesome in their awesomeness and sexing at the same time. Like, seriously, that must be like the best thing that's happening to Rick in a long freaking time. He needed the break. I don't blame the man. Like, seriously, he needed the break. She's like, let's get back. He's like, nah, I need some more time with you. So that was interesting. But anyways, they end up going to a compound and where they find a bunch of walkers, but they find a lot of stuff. So they decide to go in and investigate and research and find what's there. They climb on this roof to kind of just look around and see, and figure out like, gosh, it's a huge compound. What is there? So while they're on this roof, Michonne is shooting out rounds. They fall through the roof. Now, when this happened, I'm scared. I'm like, oh my God, they fell through the roof. They're going to get mauled by a bunch of walkers. I'm thinking this is going to be really bad for them. And they're laughing. If you saw the scene, you're going to be like, oh my gosh. Yeah, they're just sitting there laughing, covered in dirt. I was just like, okay, well, I'm glad they're laughing because I was really scared for them at this moment and all. But they find food and supplies and water and guns. I mean, they find stuff. They really find a lot of stuff. I think that's an old army base, maybe, or military base. But they find so much stuff. And what's so good, fun about this is they decide to have a candlelight dinner apocalypse style. I mean, it was really cool. And, they probably never had something like that in a long time. So that was really cute to see them. You know what? I have to say, that it's just so fun watching them two, Rick and Michonne, just be Rick and Michonne. Just be, I won't say that they're happy, but right then in the moment, it's them. There's a loving, intimate relationship between the two, and there is almost a calmness with them at this moment during this scene. And I just loved it. And they're sitting there just enjoying their meal and just enjoying each other's conversation. So let's talk about the conversation. She's telling him that they have to fight. We already know that she's the one that pushed him and said, we have to fight Negan. But she's also saying that he has to be the leader. Now he's like, nah, I'm trying to lead. I've been leading forever. I'm done. But she thinks he is the right person to lead. I mean, that's what you call, stand by a good woman. She has his back and she's like, you're the one to lead. But then Rick, which is I thought was so cute, Rick goes, I want us to lead together. Ah! He was like, together we have to lead. That was fantastic. He was like, we can do it. We can beat Negan and have a future. And you know what? He's right. I think, one person can do a lot, but two people strong together can do so much. So I can see them leading this new world together as husband and wife. It's a little hint right there. But that's what I'm expecting to see. So anyways, they gather all their stuff and they're trying to figure out, well, how are they going to get all this stuff? They still have walkers in the compound. Okay? So they fetch the plan to get out of here. So this is them two being their awesomeness, trying to figure out who's going to take out this many walkers and all. And, Michonne is just awesome, regardless. She can take out 50 million walkers if she wants on her own. And Rick is good, too. So they hatch this plan. They're going to be taking out the walkers and doing their thing, similar to the what they did in that episode. I want to say 710, maybe 7-9, when they kind of figured out a way to like run down a whole bunch of walkers at the same time. So they're going to figure out a way to get rid of this walker. So while doing that, Rick sees a deer. And I mean, wouldn't it be so cool to take a deer back? I mean, this is serious meat, So he, gets on something and he's shooting at these walkers and he falls. Michonne is right there, she's chopping as many walkers as she can. He falls on the ground. She sees him being surrounded by walkers. Now, a few other things happen in between them, but what's important is she sees him trying to fight these walkers with the guns, and she's running to try to save him. By the time she gets there, these walkers are already eaten. Now, I know there ain't no way Rick is going to die. Not now. Not in that episode. I was like, Rick is not dead. But Michonne, of course, does not know that. She sees them eating something. I know it's the deer. Michonne doesn't know it's the deer. I think most of the viewers knew it was not him, because people will not ever do something that mental as to kill Rick. So she literally lost her will. That right there shows her deep emotional effect for her love for him. She literally, her world just fell. And I believe that if in fact Rick had been killed and he had died, I really believe that she would have allowed herself to be mauled by the walkers as well, and to just accept her fate and just die. I honestly believe that was because you could see that her will to live, her will to fight just died. She needs him more than, just as much, I wouldn't say more, just as much as he needs her. We see that she is his backbone. She's pushing him and she's there and she's all right. But she also needs him to move forward and to fight. So, but when he comes out, and eventually we know it's the deer that we're eating, and he's like, Richonne, here's your katana. And she's like, oh my God, he's alive. And she starts fighting. And they fight and they crush everything. And all is well. At least that's what I'm thinking. All is well. They gather all their guns and everything, all the water, the food, put it into the van, and they're heading off. Now, this van ride is really interesting. Michonne's face at the possibility, you can see it in her face. She's not talking. She seems upset. I don't know if she's upset, but she's thinking about what could have just happened right there. She really, at the moment, almost lost Rick. And I'm sure she's thinking about that. And I think Rick knew it. And Rick was like, I need to give her, it's time to give her her pep. It's her pep talk time. It's time for her to get her pep talk. And this conversation, I don't know. I wonder if it's foreshadowing. It better not be foreshadowing, but hey, who knows in The Walking Dead. He talks about when they go into this fight to lose Negan and they have to fight. We know they have to fight, just to get revenge back on Glenn and Abraham and to make the world a better place for Judy, for Carl, for Maggie's baby, for them, the life that they want. They can't have that life under Negan, and then they have to fight. So, she's hearing this and she knows this, but still that thought about almost losing him is just driving her insane. It's driving her insane. And she looks at him and she's understanding, but I know she's processing. He's literally telling her, I could die. We could die. but we have to fight. But in the possibility of her dying is too much for her to bear. What was interesting to me was Rick being that one to say, listen, it could happen, and we have to sit there and be prepared to face whatever could happen, but we got to face it together. Oh, I swear, I almost cried at that piece, but it was so sweet. And he said it to her. He was being very real with her, very direct, but also very calm and daring with her and soft, but he just wanted her to understand that. But no matter what, they love each other, they care about each other, but this is what they have to do, and they're going to do it together. And he's pretty much saying, if he was to die, she is the only one he trusts to take the rest of the group and move on, and to leave the rest of the group, and to be mother to his children. So she's already mother to his kids. But pretty much that's what he was saying. It was a very lovable, very intense, very foreshadowing conversation. I hope that's not what it is. Why wouldn't Rick die? He is the freaking lead of the show. I don't know how the show would be without Rick Grimes, but there's a possibility there. And the fact they put that tiny little nugget there lets me know that this is something that they're actually maybe thinking about, or maybe we just reading too much into this whole entire thing. Oh yeah, I do want to say that I have never seen Michonne smile as much as she did in this episode. Like, Denai's face was just brighten up. Well, Michonne's face was just so bright, and she really has such a pretty smile. And I swear, every time she smiled in this episode, I smiled too. So it was good to get away from the usual mean, stern face that Michonne always has, to seeing her more lighter, more feminine type of way. It was really nice. She just smiled, and she was just her. That was cool. That was in the conversation. But anyways, they take everything back. They take it to the garbage can group. I don't know what to call them. And they give them all the guns. And they tell them it's not enough. I can't stand these people. But anyway, they tell them it's not enough. They tell them they need more guns. The lady's a bitch. Rick said, fine, if we get you more guns, will you join us and fight? They're like, get us more guns and we'll join you and fight. And this is where he's like telling her, say yes, which is the title of the episode. And she's like, yes. And so that's where they come from. And, Michonne goes to him and say, hey, listen, we'll go find more guns. We're just going to keep going. We're going to fight. They're going to do it. They're going to do it together. So that is one part. And one thing about this episode, I would have to say, by 7/12, it's called Say Yes. But I swear, if I was to name this episode, I would name it Richonne Kicking Ass. That is episode. And then, why is Rosita still alive? So that was the other part. Richonne being as awesome as they are, and Rosita, yeah, she's still alive, really. So let's talk about Rosita. That was the other half of the entire show. Really quick, she annoys the crap out of me. But she had an interesting conversation with Father Gabriel, where she blames Gabriel for everything that has happened. But in the end, she actually goes to Sasha with some guns that she had taken from the pack of guns that I'm believing Rick and Michonne had gotten. And she's like, listen, Sasha, I need your help. And they're like, fine, I will help you kill Negan. But Sasha's like, I want to be the one to kill him. You know what? Negan can just go ahead and kill both of them. Because if they honestly believe that they can figure out a way to pass everything by them two little losems and kill Negan, Negan just needs to go ahead and just put Lucille to work on both of their heads. Because I don't care anymore. But it has pretty much told me with this episode, too much foreshadowing. One, Sasha or Rosita could die. I'd rather Rosita go. If they both go, life is still good in this world. As long as Daryl, Carol, and Carl, and Judy, and Richonne are there. That's for me personally. So anyways, that was basically this episode. Like I said, it was a good episode. It was a combination of comedy, funniness, excitement, and romantic. It was romantic as well, but also very a passionate episode, and also a very emotional episode, and it was very deep. It was all of that combined, along with gruesome killings of walkers. I think it was very well done. So, loved it. Predictions, I'm going to say it right now. Rosita or Sasha is going to die. I don't know if they're going to die in the final episode, but they're going to die soon. Okay? That's going to happen. Rick and Michonne are queen and queen of the apocalypse. I say that wrong. Apocalypse. They are king and queen, and that is all. So there is again their relationship evolving. I love that. I love that it's evolving. And if you haven't seen my video on that relationship evolving, please check it out. I'm going to put the link up. Check it out. I talk a little bit about how their relationship evolved from the beginning to now, and it's still evolving with this particular episode, and I bet you every episode and every season is just going to get stronger and stronger. I see a really good future. Now, some people may still not be on board. That's okay. You may need maybe another season to see that these two are it and made for each other. And if you don't, it's okay. You don't have to. You know, I never liked Glenn and Maggie. Oops, I put it out there. I never did, but I know people did. I just didn't see it. For a while, I never liked Carol and Daryl, but oh my gosh, I'm like slowly being wheeled into Carol and Daryl. Every time I see them in the scene together, I'm like, ooh, possibilities. So Michonne and Rick, they were the same way. I didn't like them in the beginning, but oh my God, look at them. I'm truly a fangirl when it comes to them two right now. So anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching. Really excited to see what the next several episodes are going to bring. List your comments, thoughts. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me why you wouldn't like it. Who knows? But if you agree with me, Richonne is king and queen. Well, Michonne and Rick is king and queen, and Richonne is probably one of the coolest couple on TV right now. So thank you for watching. Click the subscribe button to see more videos and live reaction. And if you haven't checked my live reaction as well, go check it out too. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.